What's up, YouTube? What a great picture here. DGP back in with another episode of Patriot Keys. And yes, in this video, quick video here to talk about the news that came down today. Just got time. Been working all day. But hey, we're back again. So be sure to hit a like on the video, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. And be sure to check out the description and follow my new @name on Twitter. And also follow me on Instagram as well. I'm going to start promoting that stuff as well. But get into the Patriot news, man. What you here for? My thoughts. Trey Flowers, Gostskowski, Trent Brown, 3 names that are officially unrestricted free agents. We did not use a franchise one of our franchise, well, the franchise tag today. Get a little tongue twisted, but we didn't use a franchise tag today. Yeah, so now they'll be unrestricted free agents. We could have tagged them, kept them on a 1-year deal at a little bit over their market value. Trey Flowers would have made about $17 million a year. Trent Brown, who I believe was, I think it was like 10 million a year, something like that. I think it was like 10, 14 mil, something like that. And Gostkowski, which is about 4.5 mil. Had we would have franchise tagged him, that's how much we would have paid him this year, how much they would have been owed. However, the Patriots, they decide to no, let's not do that, and potentially work out a deal for a long-term contract. Now, we had a similar situation a couple years ago with Dont'a Hightower. He left. We didn't tag him. He left, but went around the league, came back and decided, looked at my worth and decided to come back here. We also had guys like Chandler Jones, and they went out, left, and never looked back. Then they got the big payday. And as I said in my video the other day with Trey Flowers getting surgery, I feel like Trey Flowers is not going to be a Patriot, man. Again, you have guys like the Jets and the Bills in our division who have about $80+ million in cap. The Jets have over $100 million in cap. They're looking to spend a lot of bread, and what better way to take away to not only help yourself but also take away one of your competitors, the top dog's assets in Trey Flowers. So same with the Dolphins too. So I believe Trey Flowers will he's probably going to, the top 4 teams right now for him is the Bills, the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Lions. Lions and Dolphins more so just because former defensive coordinators are now the head coaches. But Jets and Bills have a lot of money to throw out, and he's going to be owed a payday. And again, keep in mind the Patriots are only working $24 million in cap. After paying Tom Brady, even though he's taking a pay cut, we still have Gostkowski that's technically on the books. We still have, Dont'a Hightower. We still have Devin McCourty, guys like that, Stephon Gilmore. So we're Shaq Mason, another guy who we're kind of paying, a little bit of, about, it's a fairly good contract, but again, we're paying different guys. And you can't pay everybody, man. Some people have to go. And as I said yesterday, similar situation Chandler Jones was in. I think Trey Flowers would be gone. Trent Brown, remember, Nate Solder left free agency, got the big payday from New York, and then we end up trading a 3rd-round pick for Trent Brown. So I feel like Trent Brown is going to be out of there. Again, remember, we still have our 1st-round pick from last year, Isaiah Wynn, who went down with the injury. And I think that they're going to use that as leverage to kind of just be like, Trent Brown, if you want to come back, sure, but we have Isaiah Wynn backing up, who we can, who've been around the system, even though he's been hurt, he's been around the schemes, around the team and everything, and, he can just kind of take it. Also, too, we have a 3rd-round compensatory pick with this Nate Solder thing, so could we get an actual left tackle? Because Isaiah Wynn's kind of a small left tackle. He can play tackle, but he can also be a guard, too, so, hey, maybe we get a tackle in the draft and stuff like that, so, stuff like that. Gostkowski, he really didn't have the best year. Statistically, they said he was like the 20th most accurate kicker this year. He's kind of been showing a little bit of slippage the past couple years, but remember, he's coming off of a 4-year extension that we signed him 4 years ago. So maybe we'll get, this is like a 2-year deal, but wouldn't surprise me either. Remember, we didn't use the tag on Adam Vinatieri, and he decided to up and leave, go to Indianapolis. Look at the careers I went over there. So the likelihood, if I had to put a guess on who would have returned out of the 3, I'll probably say Gostkowski probably be the best bet to return out of the 3. Do I see Trent Brown come back? No, just because we have Isaiah Wynn, who we kind of was looking at as, to be that next left tackle once Nate Solder left. That's why we took him in the 1st round. Do I see Trent Flowers come back? No, just because he's not going to take a hometown discount, getting paid $10 million a year. So when he's owed about $14-15 million a year, and it's pretty much if we pay Trent Flowers and stuff, we'll be over the cap. So I think the best bet is Gostkowski with like a 2-year deal per se. But if all of them are gone, it wouldn't surprise me either, man. Again, they're great Patriots, man. Definitely contributed to the Super Bowls that we have now, but can't pay everybody, man. And I think just how we use Trey Flowers to kind of plug in and replace Chandler Jones, I think Belichick's going to do the same thing with that with somebody in the draft. And then when it comes down to Trent Brown, I just think, we're just looking at it as we got him for a third-round pick. We have a third-round pick coming up. If we really want another Trent Brown, we can get him. And then also Stephen Gostkowski. I think, they're going to look at it as he's had some slippage, a little bit older. Do they want to move on to a new era, or do they want to stick with Gostkowski for another couple of years? So that's going to be that. I think Gostkowski does get like a 2-year deal. Maybe he goes out with Tom Brady. Who knows? But it's your boy DGP, yo. Catch you next time, y'all. Be again. Like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. Catch you next time, y'all. Peace.